Welcome back to Ellisville here at Community Bank Park, Gwen McGee Field for the 1A, 2A, 3A All-Star game. Second game of the series last night. The North won by way of two big innings. The fifth and sixth inning pulled out for a 13-3 win. They lead the series 10 wins, 7 losses, and 4 ties. And we are underway. Katie Sherwood, your batter. Sherwood, the youngster out of East Union. Josh Blythe is her coach. In the circle for the South All-Stars is Neely Wolverton. And a swinging strike, and the count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Wolverton out of Sebastopol. Davey DeWitt, her head coach. We'll set the defense for you in a moment. Sherwood behind the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Free substitution. Defense changes around inning to inning. That change up a little low, and the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. In the outfield, Brooklyn Mitchell in the left, Mallory Lemoyne in center, and Lizzie Ray Ellington in right. Off the plate, and the count is full. At third base, Delana Perry, Marley Dampier at short, Abby Burnett at second, and Mallory Sanders at first, Emma Freeman behind the plate. And missing with that pitch, Sherwood draws a leadoff walk here in the top of the first for the North 1A, 2A, and 3A All-Stars. The North of the visitors on the scoreboard today. The South, the home team. Emma Mayer is your batter out of Myrtle. Brooke Gordon, her head coach. Keely Scallion on the production truck, running things behind the scenes. We had this discussion with Riley yesterday. Keely stealing second is Sherwood. She'll be down ahead of the throw. Pitch was low for ball 1. But as you get into some of these smaller schools, a geography lesson for you. You need to take an inventory of how many schools you know the location of. Driven into center field, and that'll be a single, and that'll drive in the first run of the ball game. So the throw comes home, but not in time. Sherwood slides in ahead of it. Mayer with an RBI single. She advances to second on the throw. So the North strikes quickly with an RBI single by the two-hole hitter. The leadoff walk comes back to haunt Wolverton. Your batter is Emma Jennings. Jennings out of East Webster. John Harris, her high school coach. Punch to right side. That's a good piece of hitting to advance the runner as Jennings grounds out to second. But moving over to third is Mayer, where she'll be for the cleanup batter, Annabelle Marlar. Marlar out of Kossuth. Brandon Bobo, her head coach. Marlar was 1 for 4 with an RBI in yesterday's ball game. Takes a pitch down and in for ball 1. That pitch off the plate for ball 2. Down and in, ball 3. So the cleanup batter ahead in the count, 3 balls and no strikes. Trying to drive in the second run of the inning. But she walks on 4 straight pitches. So runners at the corners with 1 out for the North All-Stars. And your batter is Kelby Seals out of Smithville. Jeremy Duke, her head coach. Seals yesterday was 0 for 2 with a run scored, walked a couple of times. She'll take a call strike. Down and in with that pitch. Wolverton misses, and the count is even at the ball and a strike. A warm, humid Saturday in Ellisville. That call strike will put Seals in the hole at 1 ball and 2 strikes, 1 away and 2 runners on. Wolverton delivers, and just off the plate, evidently, the count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Wolverton wanted that 3rd strike call, but instead, he's got to come up with a 2-2 pitch. Line to short. Back to first ahead of the throw is Marlar. Dampier makes the catch, and Seals is retired. And there's 2 away. Runners still at the corners for Rebecca Mason. Mason out of Wheeler. Molly Brown, her head coach, saw some of the Wheeler fans making their way into the seating area. Pitch in the dirt blocked up nicely by Freeman. Will hold the runners at their respective bases. Mason was 0 for 2 with a walk in yesterday's ball game. She gets a high fly ball going back near the warning track. Watching it sail out of the yard is Brooklyn Mitchell. Well, it got under it. I didn't know if it had enough to get out of here. Well, that was a moon shot that Rebecca Mason drives out of the ball yard for a 3-run home run. And just like that, it's 4-0 here in the top of the first. Boy, that was reminiscent of a Cat Smith home run. Cat Smith, playing for Jones College, hit some moon shots this season. And it's 4-0 for Maddie Mask. Mask out of Kossuth was 2 for 3 with a run scored yesterday. And she takes ball.
Now batting for the North All-Stars, so Kossuth number 25, Maddie Mask.
Call strike evens up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Foul ball will run the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Mask with 2 outs and a 1-2 pitch. Pops it in foul territory, moving over to make the play is Abby Burnett, and the side is retired, but not before some damage was done in the top of the first. 4 runs on 2 hits. There were no errors, nobody left on base. 4-0 as the South comes to bat. This is MAC All-Star Softball.
Leading off the bottom of the first for the South All-Stars from Lloyd Star number 2,
Abby Burnett, Marley Dampier, and Brooklyn Mitchell due up here in the bottom of the first for the South. Maddie Mask gets the start in the circle. She started yesterday's game as well. Will miss up for ball one. Popped up foul territory. Giving chase was Emma Mayer, but not able to get there, and the count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. I have to set the defense for you momentarily. Coaching staff said they were using the same lineup, but didn't give us the defensive positioning, so we'll get that for you as we go throughout the ball game. Hot shot to left field will get through. And a leadoff single here in the bottom of the first for Abby Burnett. So the leadoff batter on, got a little ground to make up, do the South All-Stars, so that's one way to get it started. Marley Dampier, your batter. Dampier out of Puckett. Georgia Wilson, her coach. She takes a called strike. Burnett, who's on it first, out of Lloyd Star. Scott Leggett, her head coach. Dampier had a highlight reel defensive play yesterday, starting a double play. Trying to get to second, stealing the base is Burnett, and she'll hold up as the throw gets out to the edge of the outfield grass. Pitch was a ball. Count 1-1 now on Dampier. Dampier dove, stopped the ball up the middle, threw out the runner at first, then a relay home, got a runner out trying to score from second. So a 6-3, 3-2 double play was the kind you see on TV. Excellent play by Dampier. She is a baller. Up and in, nearly hit her. Takes ball 2. Chop to third. Mayer fields it, looks the runner back, throws across to Marlar. And Dampier's retired on the 5-3 putout, and there's one away. Brooklyn Mitchell out of St. Patrick. Courtney LeBlanc, her coach, is your batter. Mitchell was 1 for 3 with an RBI yesterday. She'll ground to third again. Mayer makes the play. Advancing to third this time is Burnett, though, on the throw. But there's 2 down on back-to-back ground outs to the third baseman, Emma Mayer. Mallory Sanders, your batter. She is out of Wesson. Michelle Nunnery, her coach. She had a solo home run yesterday, 1 for 3 in the ball game. Throw the ball out of center field on that home run. She looks at ball 2. The 2-0 pitch is up, so maybe the intentional walk right here. Sanders, a dangerous hitter. Pitch in there for a call strike, and the count is 3-1 on the cleanup batter for the South All-Stars. Batting with 2 outs and a runner at third. Burnett reached on a single, stole second, advanced on a ground out to third. Swing and a miss at that fastball, and the count is full now on Mallory Sanders as Mask. Got the swinging strike. Mask, the starting pitcher yesterday, and she gets the strikeout to end the inning. Her first strikeout of the day in the bottom of the first. No runs on 1 hit. There were no errors, 1 runner left on base. We've played 1, and the North leads it 4-0. Back after this, you're watching MAC All-Star Softball.
More than 75 years, Dickey's Barbecue Pit. Delicious meats, pit smoked, low and slow, on site, every day, every location. Because some things never change, and some things do. Dickey's introduces an expanded menu which includes butcher tacos, your favorite slow smoked barbecue meats, and a warm flour tortilla. Barbecue sliders, snackably sized barbecue awesomeness on our famous buttery rolls. Smoke stacks, smoking good meats, and savory sides in a single serving bowl. Our specialty Westerners, offered with new combinations of meats and toppings. Don't worry, don't fret, we didn't forget your favorites. Our classic sandwiches and plates featuring meats and 2 sides, which the Dickey's family has been serving for 3 generations.
Since 1941, our family at Dickey's has been serving your family.
Old school flavor, new school twist. Dickey's, we speak barbecue.
The defensive shifting has started here in the top of the second as Dampier moves to third. Brooklyn Mitchell comes into short. Sanders still at first.
Hickory Flat, number 24, Jolie Young.
And Burnett still at second on the infield. And Freeman behind the plate. Jolie Young is your batter out of Hickory Flat. Cody Joyner, her high school coach. She was 1 for 3 with a run scored and an RBI yesterday. She had an RBI double back in the 6th inning and that 7-run 6th inning for the North. 2-0 the count now on Young, as both pitches have missed to start this at bat. A couple of walks in the first inning were costly to Wolverton. Both of them scored, one on that 3-run home run by Rebecca Mason. Call strike will make the count 2 balls and 1 strike now. Fly ball lifted into deep left near the warning track, going back, making the play. Delana Perry, I think. My eyes are playing tricks on me there. Yeah, that's Delana. Perry out in left field now makes the catch. Caitlin Brown takes a called strike to start this at bat. Brown out of Wheeler. Was 0 for 2 with the run scored. She walked and scored in that 6th inning in yesterday's ball game. Count even at a ball and a strike. Abigail Gill due up next for the North 1A, 2A, 3A All-Stars. Off the plate for ball 2. And Brown ahead in the count, 2 balls and a strike. Pitch up. And Wolverton behind 3-1, trying not to walk the 9-hole hitter. Free substitution and every player on the roster bats, so your scorecard can get a little messy. Brown walks with 1 out, and that'll bring Abigail Gill to the plate. Gill is out of Hamilton. Brian Logue, her head coach. Gill got the start behind the plate yesterday. She was 2 for 3 in that ball game with 2 runs scored and an RBI. Had a single and a double. So a very productive ball game for Gill, who looks at ball 1. She'll pull 1 foul wide of third, and the count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Wolverton came on in relief of Mallory Sanders, pitched the final 3 innings in yesterday's ball game. call strike. We'll make it 1 ball and 2 strikes on Gill. Ball yanked foul wide of third again, and the count will remain 1-2. Wolverton delivers the 1-2. Change up is lifted out shallow right. Nice running catch made there. Out in right field is Emma Hill, and she'll make the play. And there's 2 away. Marley Cockrell out of Hatley. Chris George, her high school coach. Cockrell was 0 for 2 with a run scored in yesterday's game. Ball foul back, and we're all leaving at 1 ball and 1 strike. Wolverton trying to get out of the inning and strand the runner at first, Caitlin Brown, who walked with 1 out. Fly ball deep left again, going back near the track, making the nice running catch. Delaney Perry with the nice running catch in left field, and the inning is over. In the top of the second for the North All-Stars, no runs, no hits, no errors. There was a runner left on base. South coming to bat in the second, down by 4. This is MAC All-Star Softball.
There are certain things in life that are better with a team. Getting through the hard times. The big moments. Celebrating victories. At Hattiesburg Clinic, we believe that your care is better when you have a team. That team begins with a primary care physician who can start you on the path to better health. They care for you when you're sick and assist in preventing diseases. They give you access to our extensive network of physician specialists and medical experts. 450 physicians and providers in over 50 different specialties, caring for hundreds of thousands of lives. Now that's a pretty good team. Find your primary care physician and start your journey today.
For the South All-Stars in the bottom of the second, Lizzie Ray Ellington, Hannah Grace Buckley, and Delaney Perry due up. Ellington out of Ethel. Tyler McKinley, the head coach there.
Bottom of the second for the South All-Stars from Ethel, number 4, Lizzie Ellington.
Ellington was 1 for 3 in yesterday's ball game. She'll foul one back and fall behind the count, no balls and a strike. Here it hit the top of the press box. Maddie Mass delivers, grounded up the middle, fielded it short, scooped nicely by Marlar at first, and there's 1 away. A good defensive play there at first by Marlar. Making the play was Kelby Seals at shortstop. And there's 1 away for Hannah Grace Buckley. Buckley out of Stringer. Jody Rowell, the head coach. Buckley 0 for 3 in the ball game yesterday. Looks at a call, strike. Foul ball off the right side, and Buckley behind in the count. No balls and 2 strikes. Foul ball back. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes. Buckley steps back in. Batting with nobody on and 1 out here in the bottom of the second. Pitch low for ball 1. In yesterday's game, the North All-Stars scored 3 in the 5th, 7 in the 6th to break open a close ball game. Buckley flies one out into shallow center, and it is caught by Emma Jennings, and there's 2 away.
Now batting for the South All-Stars from Enterprise number 2, Delaney Perry.
Delaney Perry out of Enterprise made that nice running catch to end the top half of this inning. Hunter Swart, her head coach, was 1 for 3 in the ball game yesterday. A call strike, and count is 0-1. Mask working quickly in the circle, which is a good thing for all broadcast. That foul ball makes it 0-2. Perry trying to stay alive, slaps one foul wide of third, and its count remains no balls and 2 strikes. Now, Mask went the first 3 innings yesterday. Caitlin Brown came in for the next 3, then Mask came in to finish it up in the 7th. Popped up, foul territory, third base. Making the play is Sherwood, and the side is retired in order in the bottom of the second. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. We've played 2. The North leads at 4-0. Back after this, you're watching MAC All-Star Softball.
Leading off the top of the third for the North All-Stars, from East Union number 20, Katie Sherwood.
Leadoff batter Katie Sherwood will lead off the third inning. Sherwood walked and scored in the first. She's out of East Union. Pitch is outside for ball one. The Urchins, their baseball team, won the state championship just a couple of days ago, maybe yesterday even. The back-to-back state championships for them. Pop up on the infield, coming in to make the play is Delana Perry.
Now batting for the North All-Stars from Myrtle, number 2, Emma Mayer.
Emma Mayer singled and drove in Sherwood, who had stolen second back in that first inning. Change up in the dirt for ball one. Four runs on a couple of hits for the North All-Stars. Count even at 1 ball and 1 strike. That ball just, I think, just wide of third. No signal. Oh, now there's a signal. Boy. I think everybody in the stands thought it was foul. I thought it was foul. Home plate umpire signals fair after the runner is halfway to second base. So a double just inside the third base bag, evidently. And Emma Mayer, a 2 for 2 days at second base. Emma Jennings grounded out to second. That advanced Mayer to third.
Number 28, Emma Jennings.
Back in the first, so 0 for 1 in the ball game. And a 1-0 count. Pitch up for ball two. Two and 0 pitch fouled back. The count now 2-1 on Jennings. Changeup floats in for a call strike, and the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Going to third, alert base running there by Mayer. And she's at third with 1 out. The 2-2 pitch down and in, and the count is full on Jennings. In the dirt, and Jennings draws the walk, and she'll be at first with 1 out. Runners at the corners for Annabelle Marlar, who walked and scored ahead of Rebecca Mason on the 3-run home run.
Now batting for the North All-Stars from Kossuth, number 5, Annabelle Marlowe.
Stealing second with no throw is Jennings. So now runners at second and third with 1 out. That pitch was down low, so Marlar ahead in the count 1-0. Marlar ahead in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. Make it 3-0. The throw down to third temporarily gets away from Perry. First base is open. Marlar with the green light fouls 1 back. That pitch in on her fist. 3-1 now on the cleanup batter out of Kossuth. Another pitch fouled back, and the count is full now. So Wolverton challenging Marler with a 3-0 pitch, and now the 3-1 pitch. Got her to foul off both of them. There's a shot deep left off the scoreboard, and a 3-run bomb for Annabelle Marler. A no-doubter.
That's a 3-run home run.
A frozen rope bangs off the Coca-Cola sign on the scoreboard beyond the left field fence. So a couple of 3-run home runs in this ball game. And the North leads at 7-0.
Now batting for the North All-Stars from Smithfield, number 4, Kelby Seals.
Wolverton misses that first offering to Kelby Seals. Seals lined out hard to the shortstop, Marley Dampier, back in the first inning. A called strike will even it up, 1 ball and 1 strike now. Still 1 away in the inning. It's a high fly ball, foul territory. Can anybody get to it? They cannot. So the count 1-2 on Seals. It's hit near the fencing area of the bullpen. And Lizzie Ellington was giving chase. Dampier was giving chase. And Delaney Perry was giving chase, but nobody could catch up to it. Did not check that swing, the changeup, and Seals goes down on strikes. First strikeout of the ball game for Neely Wolverton. And there's 2 away for Rebecca Mason. Mason hit the moonshot home run, the 3-run homer in the first. And another big cut if that one fouls it back, though. Wolverton retired the first batter of the inning, Katie Sherwood, then a double, a walk, a 3-run homer, and a strikeout. Count even at a ball and a strike now on Mason. Mason chases a pitch up and fouls it back. She's in the hole at 1 ball and 2 strikes. The changeup, and Mason swings and misses, so back-to-back strikeouts will end the inning. But again, the North does damage, 3 runs on 2 hits. There were no errors and nobody left on base. Moving to the bottom of the third, the South, with work to do, trails it by a touchdown, 7-0. This is MAC All-Star Softball. Bottom of the third, due up for the South All-Stars will be Mallory Lemoyne, Emma Hill, and Emma Freeman. Lemoyne out of Puckett, Georgia Wilson, her head coach. In yesterday's ball game, Mallory was 0 for 2 with a couple of pop-ups or flyouts, both in foul territory, one to the shortstop, one to the left fielder. Men at Work is bringing us into this bottom half of the inning. And Lemoyne steps in to face Maddie Mask. And a call strike from Mask. Kossuth well represented in these all-star games. A couple on the roster here in this 1A, 2A, 3A contest. And a swinging strike. And Lemoyne behind in the count. No balls and 2 strikes. Swinging strike, and Lemoyne is retired. First out of the inning, second strikeout for Mask. In the Rising Stars contest, a couple of Kossuth players on that roster as well. That's upcoming juniors. So Kossuth, a strong softball program up in the northeast part of the state. Emma Hill swings and misses. Hill out of Enterprise, Hunter Swart, her head coach. She had a 1 for 3 ball game last night. Fouls one back, and now Hill in the hole. No balls and 2 strikes. When Mask left after 3 innings of work yesterday, the game was tied at 2. Even though it was a 13-3 final score, she gets a swinging strikeout, number 2. She didn't pick up the win as Caitlin Brown came in and was the pitcher of record when the North All-Stars took the lead. Emma Freeman, starting catcher out of Clarkdale. Grant Hill, the head coach, not the Duke star. Freeman looks at ball 1. Freeman had an 0 for 2 outing last night. Fouls one back. And the count even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Mask has been efficient. Gave up a leadoff single to start the bottom of the first. Since then has retired 8 batters in a row. And the last time I mentioned about retiring a number of batters in a row, there was a walk. So if something happens, I apologize to Miss Mask. Foul ball will even it up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Mask looking to work another 1, 2, 3 inning. And delivers the 2-2. Late on the pitch, fouling it off is Freeman. Lemoyne struck out swinging. Hill struck out swinging. Freeman trying to avoid that same fate. And she lines one in the left field. So my apologies, Maddie Mask. As she had retired 8 in a row, I brought it up. The hit single throwing error allows Freeman to advance to second. So that's the second hit of the ball game for the South All-Stars.
Number 24, Neely Wolverton.
Foul ball off to the right side by Wolverton. Wolverton out of Sebastopol. Davy DeWitt, her head coach, was 1 for 2 last night. Right back to Mask in the circle. She'll field it and throw to Marler, her high school teammate, and the side is retired. And the 3 are away. There was no runs on 1 hit. There was an error, 1 runner left on base. We played 3 at 7-0. The North All-Stars lead it. This is MAC All-Star Softball. New pitcher for the South All-Stars is Mallory Sanders. She got the start yesterday. So she'll move in from first base into the circle. And as my alarm goes off, I'm going to turn it over, the broadcasting duties, to my partner and cohort, Sean Wansley, as he will take over and carry y'all home the rest of the way. It's been a pleasure bringing the broadcast to you. And now I'll give it headset to Sean and let him handle the duties from this point on.
Leading off the top of the fourth for the North All-Stars, from Kossuth, number 25, Maddie Mack.
Okay, we're in the 4th inning. Maddie Mask will lead it off, followed by Jolie Young and Caitlin Brown. North leading at 7-0. Here's a ground ball to short, glove throw to first, and there's 1 out in the inning. So Mask retired 6-3. Here in the top of the 4th inning. So here is Jolie Young. It's Jolie Young out of Hickory Flat. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Mallory Sanders out of Wesson is your pitcher. There's a strike called. As we try to get situated here, which is tough for us to do. Next pitch misses. Two and 1 is the count on Jolie Young. Swing and a ground ball to second. Fielded, throw to first, and there's 2 outs in the inning. Burnett making the play there. Of course, as we said, they switch positions every inning, so it's very difficult to keep up with, impossible to do on a regular scorebook. Don't have enough forest in the world to have enough paper to keep up with that. Ground ball back up the middle, gloved it short. Nice play, throw to first, and it's a quick 1-2-3 inning. And the North is retired in order. So we go to the bottom of the fourth inning. The North leads this game 7-0. This is MAC All-Star Softball.
There are certain things in life that are better with a team. Getting through the hard times. The big moments. Celebrating victories. At Hattiesburg Clinic, we believe that your care is better when you have a team. That team begins with a primary care physician who can start you on the path to better health. They care for you when you're sick and assist in preventing diseases. They give you access to our extensive network of physician specialists and medical experts. 450 physicians and providers in over 50 different specialties, caring for hundreds of thousands of lives. Now that's a pretty good team. Find your primary care physician and start your journey today.
So we go to the bottom of the fourth in the 1A, 2A, 3A All-Star contest. And Abby Burnett out of Lloyd Star will lead it off. For the South, they got work to do, down 7-0. Pitching for the North in this inning is Caitlin Brown out of Wheeler. Burnett singled in her previous at-bat in this game. She's 1 for 1. The North won this game 13-3 yesterday, game one of this All-Star weekend here at Jones College. There's a ball hit into left field, right at the left fielder. There's one out in the inning as Burnett flies out to left, and that'll bring up Mallory Dampier. Marley Dampier out of Puckett. She grounded out to third back in the first inning. And she pops it up, foul territory. Will there be a play? Nope. Hits the netting over along the third base way. Yeah, yesterday, 13-3, the North won the 1A, 2A, 3A game. The South won the 4A, 5A, 6A game 2-1. And the South won the Rising Stars game 4-1 yesterday. Here's a ball hit to left field, foul territory, but the catch is made, and there's 2 outs in the inning. So that brings up Brooklyn Mitchell out of St. Patrick Catholic School. Earlier today, the North won the Rising Stars game 7-4, so that series goes 1-1 this weekend. There's a ball hit in the air. Should be caught by the center fielder, and she makes the play to end the inning of 1-2-3, bottom of the fourth. So no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We go to the fifth, and the North leads at 7-0. This is MAC All-Star Softball.
More than 75 years, Dickey's Barbecue Pit. Delicious meats, pit smoked, low and slow, on site, every day, every location. Because some things never change, and some things do. Dickey's introduces an expanded menu which includes butcher tacos, your favorite slow smoked barbecue meats, and a warm flour tortilla. Barbecue sliders, snackably sized barbecue awesomeness on our famous buttery rolls. Smokestacks, smoking good meats, and savory sides in a single serving bowl. Our specialty Westerners, offered with new combinations of meats and toppings. Don't worry, don't fret, we didn't forget your favorites. Our classic sandwiches and plates featuring meats and 2 sides, which the Dickey's family has been serving for 3 generations.
Since 1941, our family at Dickey's has been serving your family.
Old school flavor, new school twist. Dickey's, we speak barbecue.
So top of the 5th we go. Sherwood, Mayer, and Jennings, your scheduled batters for the North in this inning. Mallory Sanders back to the circle for the South. 7-0 North leading. They're trying to complete the sweep in the 1A, 2A, 3A matchup this weekend. So Katie Sherwood.
Leading off for the top of the 5th for the North All-Stars from Hamilton, number 19, Abigail Gill.
Well,
South 4A, 5A,
let's see, it's
6A
going to be
All-Stars. We need your press lineup and
Gail.
press box as soon as possible, please.
Gale, Cockrell, and Sherwood. Okay, Sherwood. I forgot that we go all through all players on the roster. So Abigail Gill will lead it off for the North here in the 5th. She's out of Hamilton. Marley Cockrell out of Hatley is on deck, and then it'll be Sherwood. We're batting 11 players in the lineup in this game. Count 1-1 on Gill. And the next pitch, it's a strike called. Abigail Gill jumped out of the way, but the umpire said the ball was over the inside corner. He calls a strike. 1-2 the count. Swing and it's a strikeout, but the ball pops out of the middle of the catcher, and Gill will reach first. Strikeout, pass ball right there. So here's Marley Cockrell out of Hatley. Flat out to left, her first at bat. Shows bunt, and she does bunt it and pops it foul into the netting. So it's an 0-1 count. Neely Wolverton went the first 3 innings for the South, and now Mallory Sanders in her 2nd inning of work. Shows bunt again. Takes a ball. They throw behind her. Ball got past the infielder for a brief moment. But Gill will stay at first. So it's a 1-1 count on Cockrell. Shows bunt again and fouls it away. 1-2. And here is the next pitch. That's inside, and it hits her. So on a 1-2 pitch, Cockrell is hit by a pitch. Gill goes to second. Cockrell at first. Nobody out, top of the order. Katie Sherwood. So Sherwood out of East Union will bat. She has walked and popped out to third. Cockrell walking it off down at first base. She nods and says, I'm ready to go. So 2 on, nobody out. For the North, they're already up 7-0 in this game.
Now batting for the North All-Stars from East Union, number 20, Katie Sherwood.
So Sherwood with the chance to increase this North lead. Swing and a miss on the first pitch. There's a ball lined into right field. It gets past the right fielder. 1 run is going to score. Sending the next runner. Well, she had stopped at third, but now she's going to continue home. And it is a 9-0 lead as Sherwood singles to right. She gets 1 RBI on the play. The error allowed the second run to score and allows Sherwood to advance all the way to third base. So it's 9-0. Here's Emma Mayer out of Myrtle. Runner at third, nobody out. 2 runs across here in the 5th. Sanders with the next pitch. Swing and a miss. It's 1-1. These players came here on Wednesday, and we had the college showcase, the NSR showcase. It lasted about 3 hours Wednesday afternoon. Then they had their banquet Wednesday night at the Neal Student Center here on the Jones campus. All the teams practiced all day on Thursday, and then we started play yesterday at 4 o'clock. 3 games last night, 3 more today. 1-2 is the count on Mayer. That pitch is off the plate. Emma Jennings is on deck for the North. There is a swing and a miss for strike 3. So Sanders gets a much-needed strikeout, and that brings up Emma Jennings. Grounded out to second in the first, walked and scored a run in the third. Jennings out of East Webster. That pitch bounces up there, gets past the catcher, and a run will score on the wild pitch. So Sherwood scores on a wild pitch. It's 10-0 in favor of the North. Base is empty, 1 out, 1-0 count on Jennings. That ball is popped up. Second baseman calls for it and makes the play. So Brooklyn Mitchell with the play.
For the North All-Stars from Kossuth, number 5, Annabelle Marler.
So here's Annabelle Marler out of Kossuth. She had a 3-run home run back in the 3rd inning off the scoreboard in left field. And she takes ball 1. Swing and a miss. 1-1 the count on Marler. 3 runs across in the inning for the North. And the next pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-2 the count. Seals is on deck for the North team. And Sanders' next pitch is high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The North with only 1 hit in this inning, but they've scored 3 runs. And a 2-2 coming up. And Marlar fouls it out of play. And here comes the next pitch. That's going to miss. It's a full count on Marlar. And a 3-2 pitch coming up to Marlar from Sanders. And there's a ball that's ripped into center field, and coming in and making a diving catch for the out will be the South team to end the inning. I believe that was Mallory Lemoyne making that play in center. 3 runs, 1 hit, 1 error, and nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the 5th. The North leads at 10-0. This is MAC All-Star Softball. So the bottom of the 5th we go. Sanders, Ellington, and Buckley. Middle third of this South batting order.
South All-Stars from Weston, number 19, Mallory Sanders.
To face Caitlin Brown. And there's a strike. Brown in her second inning of work. Maddie Mask pitched the first 3 innings. 1-1 the count on Sanders. She's 0 for 1, struck out back in the first inning. Changeup is hit into left field, and it's going to fall in for a base hit. So a leadoff single for Sanders. That brings up Lizzie Ray Ellington out of Ethel. She grounded out to short.
Now batting for the South All-Stars from Ethel, number 4, Lizzie Ellington.
In the second inning, she's 0 for 1. Leadoff single for the South here in the 5th. Swings at the first pitch and hits it in the air to center field, and it's going to be caught. So Ellington flies out to center. The catch is made by Emma Jennings out there, so there's one out. Here's Hannah Grace Buckley out of Stringer, the Red Devils. And the first pitch to Buckley is high for ball one. She flied out to center in her first at bat. Two and 0 the count. Delaney Perry is on deck. That pitch misses. It's 3-0. South coached by Anita Thornton, head coach, assistant coach Corey Myers, both from West Lincoln. There goes the runner, but it was ball four anyway. So Sanders is at second. Buckley draws a walk. And now we all have a runner for Buckley.
Now batting for the South All-Stars,
Abby Burnett.
number 2, Delaney Perry.
So here's Delaney Perry. There's a bunt that goes foul. So Perry out of Enterprise popped out to third in her first at bat. She's 0 for 1. The North, coached by Brooke Gordon, the head coach. Michael Kelly is the assistant. They're out of Myrtle High School. Another bunt back to the pitcher. They throw to first, and the runner is retired. Both runners advance. So 1-3 on the bunt. Sanders goes to third. Burnett goes to second. 2 on, 2 out.
Now batting for the South All-Stars, Puckett, number 17, Mallory Lemoyne.
And Mallory Lemoyne out of Puckett will bat. And she hits the first pitch down the left field line, just foul. 0-1 the count. Caitlin Brown, your pitcher, in her second inning of work. There's a ground ball to third. It's gloved, throws across the diamond, and the inning is over. That was Maddie Mask on the play, throwing to her high school teammate, Annabelle Marlar. So in the inning, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 left. We go to the 6th. It's the North 10, the South nothing. This is MAC All-Star Softball.
Superstores has been serving South Mississippi since 1996. When you see our trucks on the road hauling fuel, we want you to see quality, family values, and hard work. When you visit our stores, we want you to see care, concern, and customer service. With 45 store locations and over 400 employees, this is our Keith's family, and Mississippi is our home. We are proud to serve our communities, and we ask you to shop local, shop Mississippi, and shop American made.
Choose local. We all call the Pine Belt home, and together we can make it even stronger.
I'm Melissa with Key Superstores, and I think it's important for you to know what shopping local really means. When you shop at a local business, the ones that pay their taxes here, the ones that live here, and the ones that give back to the communities here, you are supporting your community.
Make the smart choice. Choose local, and we all win.
So we go to the 6th inning. Seals, Mason, and Mask for the North to face Mallory Sanders. North up 10-0.
Leading off the top of the stage for the North All-Stars. From Smithville, number 4,
So
Kelby
Kelby
Seals.
Seals out of Smithville will lead it off. And the first pitch to Seals is fouled out of play. After this game, there'll be about a 30-minute break, and then we'll play the 4A, 5A, 6A game, and that'll be the last game of All-Star Weekend here at Community Bank Park, Wynn McGee Field on the Jones College campus. I believe the MAC softball all-star game has been pretty much played here ever since Community Bank Park was built back in 2011. One and one the count on Seals from Mallory Sanders. And the next pitch coming up. Bounces up there. Gloved by the catcher. 2-2 on Seals. And the next pitch coming up. Change up. And it just missed. 2-2 is your count. There is strike three. The ball pops out of the middle of the catcher. She has to throw to first, and they do retire Seals. So strikeout and a 2-3 put out. And there's one out in the inning. And here's Rebecca Mason.
The North All-Stars from Wheeler, number 26, Rebecca Mason.
Mason is out of Wheeler. That pitch is way up and away. The North got 4 in the first. Mason hit a 3-run home run in that inning. They added 3 more in the third on a 3-run home run by Marlar, and 3 more in the fifth. And that's where we stand. It's 1-1 on Mason. And Sanders' next pitch is fouled back into the netting. A ball and 2 strikes. Maddie Mask on deck for the North team. There's a change up. And it is strike 3 called. She kind of leaned back, and then that ball floated back over the inside part of the plate. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Sanders. And that brings up Maddie Mask. Mask out of Kossuth. She's 0 for 2 in this game. Popped out to second, grounded out to short. And there's ball 1 low. Jolie Young is on deck. There's a strike called. 1-1 on Mask. Swing and a miss. Didn't have a good cut at that one. It's a ball and 2 strikes. There's another changeup. She waited on it. Hits it right at the third baseman, Freeman, and she throws her out to end the inning. So, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. The North leads at 10-0. This is MAC All-Star Softball.
Corner Market is a proud sponsor of Jones College Athletics. Your local Corner Market has been investing in the people, schools, and cities of central and southern Mississippi for 3 generations. Just like the Bobcats, we punch well above our weight. Corner Market has been recognized as a market leader in the Southeast for excellent produce and our outstanding meat program. Plate lunches from the deli are tough to beat, and nothing will set your next special occasion apart as much as a delicious Berry Bird cake from our bakery. Don't forget about our great seafood department with fresh Gulf shrimp and our unrivaled beer selection either. If you'd like to join the Corner Market team, head over to www.cornermarketms.com and click on the link titled Employment to get started. If you haven't already downloaded the Corner Market app on your smartphone, you're missing out. Head over to the App Store to Google Play today and check it out. You can view the weekly ad and get access to exclusive offers and rewards. Corner Market, a special place to shop.
So the bottom of the 6th we go. Hill, Freeman, and Wolverton, your scheduled batters for the South to face Caitlin Brown. Brown in her 3rd inning of work. Emma Hill out of Enterprise is your batter. She struck out back in the 3rd inning. She fouls that pitch away, and she's behind in the count. No balls, 2 strikes. There's a swing and another foul by Emma Hill. Oh, 2 pitch again. And it's low. North up 10-0. South has 2 at-bats remaining. There's a ball tagged to deep left, going back, and Emma Hill just hit a home run over the left field wall. So the South is on the board as Emma Hill hits it over the wall and left. And that makes it 10-1. Young lady out of Enterprise. That was a no-doubter, just lined it over the wall and left. That brings up Emma Freeman.
For the South All-Stars. From Clarkdale, number 7, Emma Freeman.
Freeman out of Clarkdale. And she will face Caitlin Brown. Freeman singled back in the 3rd inning. And she swings at the first pitch and hits it in the air to left field, and the left fielder comes in and makes a running catch for the out. The North has 5 hits, the South has 4, but the North has a pair of 3-run homers mixed in there. That's why they're ahead 10-1. Here's Neely Wolverton out of Sebastopol will bat. Grounded out to the pitcher earlier. There's a ball hit in the hole. It's short. Throw to first will not be in time. That is an infield hit for Wolverton. So an infield single by Neely Wolverton. And we go back to the top of the order, Abby Burnett. She's 1 for 2. She singled in the first, flied out to left in the fourth.
Lloyd Star number 2, Abby Burnett.
Burnett's out of Lloyd Star. First pitch misses for a ball. Dampier on deck. There is a ball hammered to deep left. It is off the wall, and she's going to be into second with a sliding double. So Burnett doubles to left center. Wolverton goes to third. So second and third, one out.
Number 44, Marley Dampier.
And here's Marley Dampier out of Puckett. She's 0 for 2 and takes a called strike. She's grounded out to third and fouled out to left, I should say. So a home run, a fly out, an infield hit, and a double in this inning for the South. 0-1 pitch is fouled out of play. Mitchell on deck for the South. Dampier squares up, pulls back, and then she hits a fly ball to left field. It should be caught, but it should score a run. Throw comes in, and she is safe. Now runner going to advance to third on the play. So Dampier, with a sac fly to left, gets the RBI. Scores Wolverton, makes it 10-2. Burnett advances to third. Here's Brooklyn Mitchell. She hits a line drive. Second baseman dives to her right, can't make the play, and another run is going to score. Burnett will score on the play. Infield hit, RBI.
Now batting for the South All-Stars from Weston, number 19.
And here's Mallory Sanders. She has struck out in singles. She's 1 for 2. The South has now out-hit the North 7-5, but they trail it 10-3. So Sanders, she's the pitcher right now for the South team. 1-1 the count. There's a ball hit in the gap to right center field. It's going to get down. That's a base hit. Runner going to third. They're going to send her, and she's going to score without a throw. That's going to be an RBI single to right center for Sanders. Mitchell never stopped running. And we're going to have a runner at first for Sanders.
Now batting for the South All-Stars from Ethel, number 4.
So Marley Dampier will run for Sanders. 4 runs across in the inning. Ellington hits a ball just foul outside the third base bag. Had a hot shot, but it was just outside the bag. Lizzie Ellington out of Ethel. She's 0 for 2, grounded out to short and flied out to center. Five hits in the inning for this South team. They've scored 4 runs. There's a strike. It's 0-2 on Ellington. There goes the runner. Pitch misses, and going to be a stolen base for Dampier. So 1-2 on Ellington. Fouls that one back. Buckley is on deck for the South. Fouled at the plate. It stays 1-2. And the next pitch. There's a ball hit in the air. It should be caught in center. And it is to end the inning. But the South breaks through. 4 runs, 5 hits, no errors, 1 left. We go to the 7th inning. The North leads at 10-4. This is MAC softball.
Superstores has been serving South Mississippi since 1996. When you see our trucks on the road hauling fuel, we want you to see quality, family values, and hard work. When you visit our stores, we want you to see care, concern, and customer service. With 45 store locations and over 400 employees, this is our Keith's family, and Mississippi is our home. We are proud to serve our communities, and we ask you to shop local, shop Mississippi, and shop American made.
Choose local.
We all call the Pine Belt home, and together we can make it even stronger.
I'm Melissa with Key Superstores, and I think it's important for you to know what shopping local really means. When you shop at a local business, the ones that pay their taxes here, the ones that live here, and the ones that give back to the communities here, you are supporting your community.
Make the smart choice. Choose local, and we all win.
Go to the top of the 7th. Young, Brown, and Gill for the North to face Mallory Sanders. Mallory's in her 4th inning of work. She's going to try to finish this game for the South team. North leading at 10-4 here in the top of the 7th. Jolie Young out of Hickory Flat leads it off. She's 0 for 2. She's flied out to left and grounded out to second. And the pitch, swing and a miss. Sanders has done a nice job for the South in relief. She was hurt by a dropped 3rd strike and a hit batsman and an error in the 5th inning. But other than that, she's allowed nothing. 0-2 the count. Change is slowing inside. A ball and 2 strikes on Jolie Young. Caitlin Brown on deck for the North. Ground ball, gloved it short, throw to first, and there's 1 out.
Now batting for the North All-Stars from Wheeler, number 12, Caitlin Brown.
So Young is retired 6-3. Here's Caitlin Brown. She walked in the 2nd, grounded out to short in the 4th. She's 0 for 1. swing and a foul. Abigail Gill on deck. There's a ball hit in the air. Should be caught, and it is, in left center. Left fielder and center fielder almost had a little collision out there. 2 outs in the inning. 8 in a row retired by Mallory Sanders. Here's Abigail Gill. Flied out to right in the second. She struck out in the fifth, but reached, and the ball got away from the catcher. And that set the stage for a 3-run inning for the North. 1-0 the count. And the next pitch just missed, and it's 2-0. And the next pitch from Sanders, that's going to be off the plate. It's 3-0. And taking all the way is Gill, and it's a strike. And Sanders with the next pitch. There's ball 4. Well, that walk is my fault because I said she had retired 8 in a row, and then she walks a batter. So here's Marley Cockrell.
Now batting for the North All-Stars from Hatley, number 13, Marley Cockrell.
Cockrell flied out to left in the first, was hit by a pitch, and later scored in the fifth. First pitch is upstairs. So Sanders get the next pitch. Swing and a miss by Cockrell. Katie Sherwood on deck for the North team, top of the order. Swing and a miss. And Sanders ahead in the count, a ball and 2 strikes. And the next pitch, that's high. And it's 2-2 on Marley Cockrell. And Mallory Sanders with another pitch. There's a swing and a miss, strike 3, and the inning is over. So no runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left. Last chance for the South. We go to the bottom of the 7th. North leads at 10-4. This is MAC All-Star Softball. So bottom of the 7th, it'll be Buckley, Perry, and Lemoyne for the South to face a new pitcher, Maddie Mask out of
Leading
Kossuth.
off the bottom of the 7th for the South All-Stars. From stringer number 11, Hannah Grace Buckley.
And Buckley hits the first pitch over the left fielder's head. It'll go to the wall, and she's going to have a leadoff double. So Mask comes in. She pitched the first 3 innings of the game. And then Caitlin Brown pitched innings 4, 5, and 6, and now Mask is back out there. So a leadoff double for Hannah Grace Buckley. And here's Delaney Perry out of Enterprise. 10-4 North. South got all 4 of their runs in the 6th, trying to get some more here in the 7th. Here's a pitch that's fouled out of play.
Now batting for the South All-Stars from Enterprise number 2, Delaney Perry.
That pitch is off the plate. 1-1 is the count. Perry popped out to third in the 2nd, sacrificed in the 5th. There's a ball hit to deep left field, and it's going to be off the wall. Runner will stop at 3rd. Well, they're going to send her, and she's going to score. And it's 10-5. Back-to-back doubles to left field. Left fielder got turned around.
Now batting for the South All-Stars.
And here's Mallory Lemoyne.
Mallory Lemoyne.
10 base hits now for the South. They have out-hit the North 10-5, but they trail 10-5. How about that? Lemoyne 0 for 2. She has struck out and grounded out to 3rd. Popped up, fouled, and out of play. No balls, 2 strikes on Mallory Lemoyne. Emma Hill on deck for the South. There's a ball that's lined into center field for a base hit. Throw comes into the infield. Here she comes home. She's going to score. It's 10-6. Now runner going to second. So Lemoyne with an RBI single to center. That scores Perry, and Lemoyne advances to second on the throw. And all of a sudden it's 10-6. Still nobody out in the inning.
Now batting for the South All-Stars.
Here's Emma Hill.
From Enterprise number 18, Emma Hill.
She struck out in the 2nd and then homered in the 6th to get the South's first run of the game. And there's a ball tagged to deep center, but it's going to be caught. And there's 1 out in the inning. Hit it well. But it is an out, so there's 1 out. And here's Emma Freeman.
From Clarkdale number 7, Emma Freeman.
Freeman out of Clarkdale. Had a single in the 3rd, flight out to left in the 6th, and she takes strike 1. So a double single has plated a couple of runs for the South, and they've tightened up this game. And there's a ball lined into center. It's going to fall in front of the center fielder. They'll hold the runner at 3rd. So it's 1st and 3rd. Only 1 out.
From Sebastopol number 24, Neely Wolverton.
And here's Neely Wolverton. She grounded out to the pitcher in the 3rd, had an infield hit, and scored a run in the 6th. 1 more base runner, and the tying run will be up there. Here's a ground ball to second, throw to first, and she's just out. So Wolverton is retired 4-3, but she gets an RBI as Mallory Lemoyne scores. That makes it 10-7. Freeman goes to second. and she's there with 2 outs. And it's the top of the order, Abby Burnett out of Lloyd Star. And there's a strike. So the ground out by Wolverton drives in Lemoyne to make it 10-7. And in the count now 1-1 on Burnett. She is 2 for 3. She singled in the first, flied out to left in the fourth, doubled and scored in the sixth. Ground ball, third baseman knocks it down, but she won't be able to make a play. That is an infield hit for Burnett. Freeman slides into third, and we've got the tying run at the plate with 2 outs. Marley Dampier. She's grounded out to third, flied out to left, and drove on the run with a sac fly to left in the sixth, so officially 0 for 2. So it's 10-7, 2 on, 2 out here in the bottom of the seventh for the South. Fly ball to left, and it's going to be caught, and the game is over. But the South makes quite a little run here in the last 2 innings. In this inning, they get 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors, 2 left. So the North wins it 10-7. Let's take a 1-minute break. We'll be back with a quick wrap-up in just a moment. This is MAC All-Star Softball.
Present the Most Valuable Players Awards first. Most Valuable Player for the North All-Stars. From Myrtle, Emma Mayer. And the Most Valuable Player for the South All-Stars. From Wesson, Mallory Sanders.
What is?
And now we'll present the game ball that goes to the player who sold the most ads. That player is from Lloyd Star, Abby Burnett.
Okay, we just had the presentation of the MVPs for both teams. Emma Mayer from Myrtle is the MVP for the North. Mallory Sanders from Wesson is the MVP for the South. And Abby Burnett was recognized for selling the most ads in the program. 10-7 is the final. The North team led this game 10-0. They scored 4 in the first. A 3-run home run by Rebecca Mason was the big shot there. And in the third, we had a 3-run home run from Annabelle Marler that made it 7-0. They scored 3 runs on only 1 hit in the fifth to make it 10-0. But the South responded with 4 runs in the sixth. A home run by Emma Hill was a big play there. And in the seventh, the South added 3 more runs, stringing together 5 hits. Had the tying run at the plate when the game ended. The North wins at 10-7. So that's going to do it for the 1A, 2A, 3A All-Stars. We'll be back in about 30 minutes with the 4A, 5A, 6A All-Star game to end All-Star Weekend here at Jones College. This has been MAC All-Star Softball.